Hey there, kind viewers. It is the Ramblin' Manager with a special video today because I have my fucking co-host here today. Go ahead, say some kind words to the viewers.
It's been forever. Forever.
As monotone as usual, but he wanted to do a special video today, so he's mainly going to be the one that's, talking a little bit. I'll have some back and forth, but I'm just here to listen, just like you guys are. I'm basically an in-person viewer right now.
Oh yeah, great.
Because you're pitching an idea of a potential killer for Dead by Daylight. What is the killer?
So everybody, well not everybody, but anybody who's watched the thing will pretty much get the whole concept of what the fuck the killer would be.
Just to emphasize, we're obviously talking about the 80s classic, The Thing. We're not talking about the remake that was made a few years ago. We're talking about the genuine John Carpenter, The Thing with Kurt Russell.
And not the thing from fucking DC or Marvel. What is it?
Just The Thing. The motherfucker looks like The Thing. Yeah, it's the rock guy, yeah.
Alright, so basically, concept what the killer would look like real quick is just a normal player. When it's transformed, it's going to have two states. Its ability is basically just transforming into one of the current survivors that are in play at the game, down to what item they're carrying and whatever. And whenever it untransforms, it's going to just basically break the survivor's back, so they're running while basically bent backwards with a giant gaping mouth, so that the people will be able to see what it looks like.
Well, in regards to, its transformation, because I just thought that in my head, wouldn't that mean, the killer itself, you're saying it would break its back and a mouth would come out from its back?
Yeah. And I wish we had videos so I could just show you, just...
Yeah, your animation skills ain't that good, but that you're implying that it'll still have, the form of that survivor it was mimicking as it I'm not trying to be picky here, because I'm trying to agree with you here, but wouldn't that be, a lot of, assets, a lot of fucking, unique models for the killer then, basically?
I don't know. I'm all worried about that. I'm just trying to throw out an idea for a killer.
Good point. Continue.
Alright, so its main gimmick and ability is just transforming, right? But when you transform, whenever the killer is ready to transform into its real form, it will take X amount of time for them to transform, of course, so that players have time to react to them.
In my opinion, it gives me an idea that it's basically the Wraith, where it has the cloak and uncloak
similar
ability.
to the Wraith, yeah. But any player that's in the vicinity and visibly sees the killer transform into its true form will go into a new state called Paranoia.
Paranoia strikes deep.
And whenever they see the killer transform, they will let out a scream alerting the killer to where they are. Mm-hmm. Similar to the doctor whenever you scream. And the scream will last however long. And then anytime that while the player's in the paranoid state, if they bump into another player character, they will end up screaming again alerting the killer to where they are. And anytime that they try to do a co-op action with said other survivor, they will receive a debuff in the amount of time for any co-op actions by 5%.
So it basically, the killer's ability is to cause disrest between the survivors and make them, not trust one another.
Yeah.
So it'll be longer to do co-op actions.
Basically, it also would make it harder to do survive with friends. But also somewhat easier, because you would know who the fuck the killer is right off the bat.
You have to survive by yourself. It kind of goes against the pillars of Dead by Daylight, where you have to, work with one another, but it's, an interesting twist to make you oh, is that the fucking survivor I have to work with, or is that a killer that's going to eat me alive? It sounds interesting in a way.
Yeah, and while just some more stats for the killers besides its main ability. While the killer is transformed into a player, they have the exact same stats as a player character. They move the same way. They can do everything, excluding, I don't think it would be okay, they shouldn't be able to do any, repairing gens or anything like that, or throwing down pallets. The only thing they can do is just sort of act as if they were a survivor.
Would they still have the crouch ability?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be a great way to sell it, to be honest.
They could still vault and stuff, but they just can't do things that would technically interfere with survivor.
That would hinder the killer.
But in a way, they could also let that be a feature, because if the killer goes around doing those things like throwing down pallets, it gives the other survivors more time to actually repair gens. So I mean that would be like testing and balancing. And then for it's 3 teachable abilities. The first one I figured, since we're going along with that thing.
Paranoia.
Yeah. Well, this isn't a paranoia ability. It's just any player that screams aura is revealed, of course, but it keeps their aura revealed for an extra 5 seconds, which increases 1 second per upgrade.
Whoa, wait. So let me. So you get them to scream, and their aura is revealed for a base 5 seconds, and it goes up to like what 1 second per level. So it's like a maximum of 7 to 8.
Yeah.
That one you might have to balance out, because I just thought about it. You gotta consider Lethal Pursuer from Nemesis, because he does have an ability where it increases it by an additional 2 seconds. So you mean to tell me if you reveal yourself to a survivor, that's a 10-second aura? That's kind of fucking busted, man.
Dude, this is just concept.
I know.
Like, of course, I didn't balance this thing. There's no way I could.
Continue.
But the second teachable would be any player inflicted with the paranoia causes co-op actions to decrease even further on top of the original 5% deduction. So basically it decreases co-op from an extra 3% all the way up to an extra 7%. So going up an extra 2%.
And
so you could really slow down making co-op actions almost not worth it.
Yeah, it almost sounds like it.
And then for the third one, it's a hex ability, where it just causes players in the game to automatically get paranoia by seeing another survivor. So this allows any killer to basically put survivors in a paranoid state.
Which means more debuffs on co-op actions, and also, making them not want to work.
Yeah, it will allow, but it's the ability you could get rid of if you find a hex totem. So
if they don't fuck you over, fucking blood offering, whatever the fuck that one hex safety net is. But continue. Is there anything else?
Those are the main rundowns. I couldn't think of any trinkets really, or add-ons for the killer.
Yeah.
Except for increasing the time that paranoia would last, because the paranoia ability can go away. So I mean that's the biggest new gimmick that would be added with it, allowing the paranoia to go away, and the paranoia doesn't reset every time you see a new survivor. No, it does reset when you see a new survivor, but if you stay with a survivor and keep doing stuff with those survivors, you end up trusting those ones and lose the paranoia effect.
In terms of the thing, is your killer an original idea that has similar abilities to the thing, or is this like a licensed character
That's
idea?
The thing, is that they could go and try to get the license for it, but they can also not, because I feel like the thing that you could just call it a copycat.
It's similar to Ghostface.
Yeah,
the character itself is actually an original character. The only thing that's really licensed is the mask, but the killer behind the mask is an original character for the Dead by Daylight universe.
You don't necessarily. They don't have to go and get a license. It's just a concept. They could literally do a thing.
Mimicry and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
If anyone's played fucking XCOM, the XCOM series with the faceless that transform into humans. It's a similar concept. Imagine
I know what you're talking
about.
There's this tall guy.
Yeah, this huge ass fucking abomination. Imagine that thing coming at you. That would be a good crossover.
Yeah, because personally, I would love it if they did do a licensed deal with John Carpenter for the thing, because it's like having McReary as an actual survivor, possibly.
And that's the thing. I want to do a video on, survivors too. Concepts for survivors.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to make it so that, this might sound like a somewhat strong killer in a way, but it sort of sounds balanced in my head.
It's not a time waster.
This is something. If you guys have any comments, leave it in the comment section so we can talk about it. Because I want to know. No, I want to hear other people's opinion, because I've been addicted to Dead by Daylight for the last several months now. So.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, don't steal my fucking outros, man.
I'm not stealing. I generally please add.
He's a fan. Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, if you guys want some concept from us for survivors too, I'm down for that, because I could think of several additions they could add that would make it more capable of survivors. I always feel like it should be somewhat in the killer's position to win more games than survivors, because you want to be scared out your ass that you're gonna fucking lose.
Okay, all right. So here's me, the manager, just rambling about games, and now the co-host will just be the Dead by Daylight fanatic and expert.
No, I definitely ain't no fucking expert.
I know we die a lot, but
I just really enjoy the game. So
of course. But is that all you have for the thing concept?
Yeah, that's
of the
pretty
killer?
much the whole thing concept. If you guys have any cool ideas for the add-ons for the weapon, right? Is that what it is? I don't know. I've never played the killer, so.
Well, no. In terms of the add-ons, it's like add-ons for like their kit. It's not necessarily their weapon. Like,
yeah.
all it is just like ways to improve their abilities, reduce cooldowns, movement speeds, marking times.
That's
all that
something
shit.
I also didn't talk about. Is that when the killer does transform into its real form, of course it's going to move faster than a normal survivor would move.
So it has that Wraith ability when it uncloaks. It has like a short burst.
Yeah, that way it can actually catch up. Well, it doesn't even necessarily have to have those short bursts because it's going to make the people around you scream.
I can see it.
I also do think it does somewhat lean towards if a survivor, say, is within 5 meters of you and they witness you transform, it should paralyze the survivor for like a second or two because it's like, holy shit, what the fuck's going on? Because the transformation's going to take probably, I don't know, like 5 seconds.
Oh, God. I know I haven't played the killer that much, but I could see so much synergy with that. Because you're basically stopping them in place for like a second. If you if you have save the best for last, you know what that perk is?
No. I don't remember what it is.
It's a perk from The Shape, a.k.a. Michael Myers.
Oh, yeah, the best killer in the game.
Oh, yeah, best killer. Fuck it, we're just rambling about some shit now, but hey, you love this shit. What saved the best for last is that whenever you strike somebody that isn't your obsession, you get a stackable 5% boost to your weapon cooldown recharge. And it stacks up to 8 times. So if you manage not to hit your obsession for 8 times, you get a 40% increase to how quickly you clean off your blade. So instead of 2.70 seconds, it's going to be as fast as like 1.4 seconds. So if you pause that fucker for a second after you hit somebody...
Well, this is the thing.
That could be imbalanced.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, say they're in 5 meters of you, right?
Uh-huh.
Like how we're sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
We're this close. You see me just start fucking ripping my stomach in half, right? You're going to be paralyzed for a second with fear before you actually run away. Like, I'm not going to have time to hit you right away because I'm still transforming, you know?
Killer side update incoming.
I don't know. There's a new night or whatever that's coming out. I can't wait to see
have you actually seen that stuff?
I don't want to talk about it right now. So.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know. I saw another video on my feed about it. It seems that some people are upset about it, which is rightfully so, because the only thing that goes through my mind is it might be a copycat of the Oni. Who knows? But I mean, hey, if we get King Arthur fucking cutting up survivors, that could be interesting.
I'm still just wondering why they haven't added a zombie killer. Another video?
Zombie killer?
Yeah, just a straight... Like, I know that whatchamacallit has zombies, right? But why not just go with that whole theme? Give a real zombie. Make it so he moves really slow, right? It might be hard, but he has 0 killer radius and can actually sneak up on people. And then they, you know... I would have to work it out more, but I could definitely see it.
That's another back to forth discussion with the co-host. But that's it. You're truly done?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. So with all that information, usual YouTube chant: like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Let us know again, like what my co-host said. If you have any ideas for potential survivors or killers, how maybe you would rebalance the thing like killer, and beyond that, I mean. Yeah.
You should definitely make him a dog, though, when he transforms.
It's just random shit that adds a little bit of extra flavor. But, alright, that's enough for now then, guys. You keep outsmarting them killers and the other killers, well, you keep hooking
Fuck
them
you
bitches.
If you're Michael with an infinite insta-kill. Fuck you.
No comment. I'm Switzerland right now. Stay safe, guys. Take care. Rambling managers clocking out.